I was kind of confused if I wanted to do a trailer or an advert because I had an idea of a trailer to do a rom-com, but since we didn't have a lot of time because we're still doing the short film now, I thought I don't think I would have been able to finish it. So then I ended up doing an advert. We've done adverts in Janae's class, and I had an idea to do an ad for lipsticks, but then in the end I never actually finished it. So when I was thinking of this, I thought I can actually take that idea but just make it even better than it was. That's kind of how I got to do an advert. And well, I can't see anything. So this is my product theme. I got inspiration for mostly this Korean brand that I really like. They had an advert and they used a lot of green screen and a lot of After Effects to make like the lipstick kind of disappear from her lips and appear in different colors. And I wanted to use that. Also, I was thinking of having a person sitting in a chair and then turning around, and when she's back in the same spot, the color would change and so would the background and all that. And can I show you the video or not? It's only 1 minute.
Come on.
Yay! It has music, but it's not related to it.
She's taking the colour off the cup.
Yeah. So pretty much everything that's the same color transforming the highlights. And then that's the cup part that I actually want to try and do. And this is how she uses a lot like green screen and all that. I kind of want to try to do it, but I think this is a bit too advanced for me, so I'm going to keep it a bit down. And also, while I was researching this, I found out who actually did the advert. There are two people. One is a person from America and one is a person from Korea. And then I actually found the emails, and I'm planning to email them to ask for some information and see if I can actually use the products and all that. This video is a minute long, so that's kind of how I plan to, how long mine one want to be. I kind of want to be 1 minute, but if it doesn't happen, I can make it shorter than that. That's not me. And for my audience, this is makeup. It's kind of hard to decide. Obviously, it's like females, but I don't think it has an actual age because nowadays, like even 12-year-olds wear lipsticks and all that. So I kind of prefer like 12 up. And what sources and skills will I need? So at first I had to do a lot of research on makeup adverts. And I started a lot with the research for the posters because one of our teachers told us that if you do a poster you might actually get extra points. So I said I'll start looking on that to see what the difference is, how people how they use lipstick compared to other stuff and all that. And I really like Korean ones intrigue me the most because they're really colourful. If you look at this one, which is an American one, it's pretty much just a girl putting lipstick on, compared to this one, it's just like really colourful and it stands out and all that. So I kind of want to do that, and I want to keep the same theme in my video too. I want to make it colourful maybe. Also, since I want to use a lot of green screen and all that, I have to do a research on that because I never used it before. I maybe used it once and it wasn't great. The same with After Effects. I never used it before, but I want to try it. And because I already have my story, I think I'm going to have a lot of time to actually spend on my editing. And extra resources I might need. I will need to ask a person to be the subject of my work, obviously, and someone who doesn't mind to be on camera. I already have a few friends on mine, but they don't go to this college, so I kind of have to see if I can find something easier. Also, like I said, I want to email some of the companies. First up, I wanted to do something related to Revlon, which is get the London look and all that. But since it's a really big company here, I don't think they'll actually reply to my emails. So I kind of went to a more smaller company, which is Edit House. So yeah.
You actually contacted them?
I didn't yet. I prepared an email. I just have to send it.
Okay.
Because the time difference is really big.
What I would suggest, because obviously you've got all kinds of problems dealing, potentially, I don't know if David agree with this, but dealing with companies, you may have a problem there dealing with so say for instance you were doing an advert for Coke.
Yeah.
I don't know how we get around that and what UAL would think about that, and would you really need to have permission from them? The other thing is your idea, you've got potential, you have to make it different from that obviously as well, because you've got ideas of plagiarism. It might be better to, this is your brief, right? This is your brief. You've got a new lipstick on the market, right? A new lipstick, and your brief is to make an advert for that lipstick. So it can be, I mean, one lipstick looks like another, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all you'd obviously have to think of the brand name or the thing, and then think accordingly. I think that might be a better approach to something like that. And then you could do lots of research around that particular launch of this particular product, and where it's going from, and what people like to see in adverts for lipsticks. I mean, you mentioned your audience. Where do these adverts show? Are they in the UK?
The one I showed now.
No, where is it?
Korea.
So that is aimed for. So we're talking about audience. It's not just all about age. It's about, that's a big part of the audience. That's for a Korean audience in Korea, right? So that's a part of the audience. Where are they? Where are these people? Where is the audience? Not just how old they are. Where do they live, right? And loads of other things about the audience. The other thing is where is this viewed? Is it viewed on the internet? Is it viewed on television? Is it viewed in the cinema?
If you're in Korea, it's on the TV, obviously. But if you're outside, it's most likely online.
But we don't know, you see, because different adverts now, it's not just a straight TV advert anymore. So you've got to know about that and do research into that and decide where you're going to aim this, because different people will want to see different things. I would have thought, have done no research myself, my guess is adverts on the internet are shorter than they are on TV. That's a guess. Although I know that I know some people will use adverts for all three mediums. They might even do an advert that's on the radio as well. You know, so and to try and cut costs. Whereas obviously Coke aren't going to do that. They're going to do specialist adverts for each medium. But yeah, things to think about. Any other questions?
I really like what I do.
You obviously got a big learning curve there, right? That's a big part of your research and experimentation is learning those skills. So there'll be a lot to talk about around that. Hopefully, as I said, try and come to the artifacts tutorials tomorrow. Got a bit of a problem because that projector's out, but we might have to move it in here or something. But that will be a useful start. I mean, a lot of After Effects is learning. Even the After Effects experts is going on and learning, going on tutorials, online tutorials. But still, it'd be good to get a grounding in it. So, Dave?
Yeah, no, I agree with what Laura's saying. In terms of the whole process, is actually there's two things. If you do take it as a company's already there, the research you could do. I mean, you could by all means contact them. I mean, I've done it in the past. I know other people have done it in the past for different levels, whether it's masters or whatever. I know other people have done it and they've got loads of stuff back from them. If it is a new brand, there's another area you can look at in terms of a whole branding of a company. So you've got more of a meat to kind of research you can do. So it will give you a lot more evidence. So you could do a whole branding of a company. You could start saying, right, this is how an advert would look. This is how, and how a new advert would look. And this is a font and typeface. You actually almost create a style sheet for that. So every single logo will look like this. You can actually do their logo design in terms of that as well. So that's where you could. That gives you a lot more if it is a newer company. And you could do focus groups and so on. If this is coming out, what would you want to see and all that stuff? So you might want to. That is a good way of looking.
I mean, how do we get on with? Just say for instance, you wanted to do an ad, and I want to do an advert for Coke. Will you be happy with that?
I don't know if you.
Obviously, if you're doing a music video, you've got a problem straight away.
Yeah. I don't think UAL will be unhappy about it, but it's like a bit like they say about the music videos. You need to find that meat to actually. Yeah. You can't just do a music video. You have to do a poster. You have to do a DVD design or CD design. You have to do adverts for it and so on and so forth. To actually, it's part of a marketing campaign. So for a new company, it's part of a marketing campaign. Make sure you've got the whole campaign involved with it. So you've got logo designs, you've got that. It's the same sort of thing. I would say that kind of ilk, you would want to kind of, ilk's not the right word, but that kind of, try and get the meat in there.
But alright, if I say, let's say I create the new company, yeah, and I do everything, but then I can't actually have the actual lipstick in my advert because I can't do it. Can I still, like, say I did research, I tried to do my own company, but it did not work out, and then in the end I decided to go with this company. Can I do that?
You could do, but at the end of the day, as Laurie quite rightly said, how many different lipsticks are different design, different holders and different.
You will be surprised.
Yeah, there's not really in reality. But you could say, but obviously this is a made-up company, and you need to use it. So I use this one, which would the actual would look closer to what we want.
I mean, you could probably mock up. You could probably. I mean, I'm sorry, you can't copyright the actual bit. That's a lipstick. That is, no one can look in there and say, "Oh, I'm just looking at the actual red bit. That looks like Revlon." No one's going to say that. Please don't tell me they can. But it's the actual canister, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you could probably make your own little canister. Or not.
It's not that easy.
YouTube can tell you everything.
Bear in mind, for filming purposes, it's a prop, isn't it? So it's not like you're going to have it needs to feel right and look right under scrutiny. You're going to have something that's a prop, so you can make a prop because what's going to be more important is is obviously how you represent the advert and stuff like that, and how you research it, how it communicates to your audience. That's what's going to be important.
Or stick like a label on it to make it.
I mean, to be honest, even if you ended up using someone else's, unless it's got Revlon written right across it in large letters, which you probably won't have, and will be disguised when you're holding it. So you probably get away with that. I think you can get away with that. Good, excellent. Who's next?